I feel that many of my clients have felt that they've met their dreams. And I think that's a big payout. That's such a big gift. Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
How can you tap into your life, into your soul, and live life at your terms, no matter what challenge you face? Today, I'm introducing you to a very special guest who is a great leader, first in terms of leading herself, but also inspiring others and leading her own community, and now serving those people to live life at their terms. So help me welcome to Financial Success Secrets, Feline. Hi, Feline.
Hey, Joachim. Thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for taking the time and coming on here. And for those that haven't met you yet, could you shortly tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yes, sure. I'm grateful. First of all, thank you for inviting me here, and grateful for everybody, including you, Joachim, for taking your time out of your busy schedules. Also, your viewers or maybe listeners. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. And I'm grateful to may share this time with you. So I'll do my best within my abilities today to share a bit. So a bit of my background is I'm currently working on my newest upcoming book. So I'm an author, I'm a trainer or a speaker, and I'm also a therapist, and I'm based in the Netherlands currently. And we have a beautiful practice in a city called Haarlem, and this is where we guide our clients offline, but we also do that online in this beautiful online academy. Really, that's kind of where we meet our clients. And I've been doing this work for the past 16 years. So I've been guiding people through really of all ages, really. So I have a background in international business, but also as a practical child psychologist. So kind of combine the both and help them overcome, limiting beliefs, blockages when it comes to business, and from that on learn to thrive and create wealth or extra income streams and financial freedom. But sometimes, I also help people, and in the past for sure, learning to deal with mental or physical illness, and learn to kind of go from pain to purpose and really transform that. Or sometimes learn to thrive in relationships in better ways than they've done before. So that's kind of what I help them do.
Awesome. I like what you mentioned there, how you frame from pain to purpose. That is amazing. And what led you to help other entrepreneurs, other people getting into this alignment and turning pain into purpose, and tap into their soul and starting serving at their real purpose? What led you to doing this?
Thank you. That's such a beautiful question. I'm just gonna sink into this one. Like, what led me here to doing this? I think, to be honest, it was a as most, I'm sure you do, but most of your people now listening or watching this later, life doesn't always go easily or in a steep line up. We have these bumps in the road, and we have these detours. Well, mine, yes, many detours. So the same goes for me. I mean, now people would say, hey, maybe that is some sort of success, or some sort of blessings that now have entered my life, and I'm so grateful for that. I've also worked very hard for that. And what many people might not see at first is the kind of the lows and the wake-up calls that led me here. So I'm just grateful for your question. Uh, I think there were several wake-up calls, and I'm just checking in with you, Joachim. Is that something you want to take the conversation already there, or should I just follow your lead here and just bring it back to you for 1 second?
Please share that, because when I through the conversations we had, and when you shared your story with me, this is the part I found so interesting, with the obstacles, the detours that you've been through, these ups and downs, and how you really kind of have defied the odds. And you have had this fighter spirit. You've been really defying the odds, stepping up, and really making sure you can live life on your own terms despite challenges that you face. And I felt like, okay, we it would be so valuable to share the story. So if you would like to, please go into that. I would appreciate that, and I think a lot of people also would be really inspired by that story.
Thank you so much for saying that. I love that, and I can imagine, especially also for all of us, like also people in your community today, we all know what it's like to go through challenges, right? And sometimes those challenges can be super deep, and sometimes we have no idea how to get out of those challenges. So I just want to kind of tap into that. That you can always get out of the problems no matter how big they seem. And I say that because there were problems in my life, or I rephrase them as I give a different word for it now, but I used to see them as problems, and I used to see them as bigger than I was, thinking that I couldn't get through them, or had no idea how to get around the problems sometimes. And I would now rephrase that, maybe not call it a problem, because I now see that as a challenge or an obstacle that is there for me, now that I've found a way to trust again. I think I have this kind of basic trust in life, to now believe that everything in this universe happens for you, instead of to you.
Yeah.
But I didn't always believe that.
Yeah, and you mentioned you would call them blessings. Are there any other words you would use for, these challenges or detours that comes up when they, and to frame it in a way that it happens for you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that question. I'm thinking of this. I don't know. I think it's an author. It's a female author. I think she's a creative entrepreneur. I just don't get to the name right now. I believe she wrote a book about this, and she called these detours, she called them cookie lanes, and I thought it was so funny. It was such a beautiful metaphor. Like when you're on the regular track, where you're going, right? And when you have these detours, we can sometimes see them as failing, or having. Sometimes we cannot even see if we can get past the detour path, right? So we feel stuck sometimes. So this author, I should really get back to you with the name. I believe she wrote something about it, calling it cookie lanes, and she said, sometimes we can shame ourselves, or we can hurt ourselves being back on one cookie lane at some point. And we hurt ourselves then by blaming ourselves for having it done wrong, or for eating all those cookies along the way. And she then at some point she says, they are so necessary. They are there for us to find ways back to the regular road once we've tried and tasted the cookies, once we've discovered what was needed. I think that's kind of a metaphor. I'm just not sure if it's helpful now to share that, but that came to mind.
Yeah, but the way it makes sense to me is, okay, there might be a path where it seems to be very comfortable to be. It might not be serving us, but that's the cookie lane where it could be easy to stay on, but it might not really serve in the long term. And with that, Feline, may I ask you, have there been like an event or a moment where you realized, hey, things can change to the better for me? Did you like have any kind of epiphany events happening for you where things shifted to the positive?
Yes, thank you. Yes, of course you can ask that, and I love your questions. Thank you. When I just before the cookie lane part, um, I shared with you like the the piece where we sometimes go through these challenges, and for me, those problems at some point not yet seeing them as um, blessings or gifts or things that were there for me to help me grow. There were times that I couldn't see that, and I really felt, we all have this sentence that we take with us. For me, it was, I'm not worthy, or I'm not worth living, even at some point. For some people, it's, I'm not good enough. For others, it's, I am never enough, or I don't do things good enough. For some people, it's, there are so many of these main topics that we take with us through our life, these main limiting sentences or thoughts, right? Mine is about worth. And for me, there was a time, I think it's one of the wake up calls. There have been several. So I always say I'm a tough case. So I needed really, really rough lessons at some point. But I say that with a smile now, but I didn't feel that at those moments, of course. So at some point, I really felt like I should. I really thought about, having suicidal thoughts and not thinking I was worth it to live this life. And this was at age 15, 16, after having gone through or experienced several types of violence. We had some sorts of violence at places where I hoped to be safe, I ran into also sexual violence with people around my family. So it was I was so scared. I was super afraid for many years. And I kind of lost myself in that for a while. So that, breaking through those problems and at some point understanding, thanks to the help of people around me, people that loved me enough to break through every now and then. Thanks to some beautiful support from coaches or even a therapist at some point. Yes, I think they've been amazing angels on this journey to support me and see that there was a reason why I was going through these deep lessons. And there was one more, I think a couple of more wake up calls after that. So things were looking up for me, but at some point it wasn't really a setback, but it was maybe a push forward still. So I lost my eyesight, my health after a breakup, and after losing my my two babies. I had two miscarriages, and I think that was another one of these gifts that I didn't see as a gift then. That really that was kind of the last push to make me finally step up and lead. Like, okay, I'm being selfish if I keep myself small. I need to really share these gifts, because apparently that is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, thanks for your openness and honesty here, Feline, because what you've gone through is it's yeah, nothing I would like anyone to experience. And this is what's so inspiring, that you actually been able to turn things around. First and foremost, accepting help, seeking help, and seeing the love people have for you, and then seeing them as kind of blessing events that you are now grateful for. That is lovely. And talking about these aha moments that you had, and then framing it as, yeah, it's kind of my duty to help others. And as a result of being able to turn these things around, may I ask, what would the ultimate payoff for you of turning things around, reframing, stepping up, starting, sharing your journey and helping others? What's been the payoff for you in this?
Yeah, so yeah, thank you for that question. So what is the payouts? That's what you say, right? Like, what is the gain in that sense? Is
Yeah,
that what you mean?
yeah. What has that kind of done for you, or even others?
Yeah. Yes, that's a great that's an amazing question. So I think it's I will try if I can put it into results, when it comes to numbers, but in a sense it's broader.
And
So
that's
I think
fine.
because
If it's even if it's not tangible, but it probably brings that, that's fine as well.
yeah,
That could be great
okay.
payoffs as well.
All right, great. Yeah, so what has been, this is a beautiful question. It makes me think, so thank you. I feel the biggest payout in that sense is to have been able to return back to a place that I know that I've known as a kid, I think as a young kid, but for many years I had no idea how to get back inward really. So this journey, um, this journey helped me kind of have all the pieces of the puzzle that I first thought were, the cookie lanes or failures or mistakes, or it feels like um, everything is brought together now that I'm able to turn inward again.
Hmm.
And what is so amazing about that is that is exactly what I'm hoping to help others, inspire them to do so too, that they are able to, awaken their self-healing abilities and really learn to thrive, instead of just surviving in all these things and chaos around us sometimes. Because you really can. I mean, I've done it, and I know you, Joachim, you've been through your own things. You've done it too. So I think everybody here listening or watching this will be able to do that too. And I've seen many of my clients do this and create that for themselves. And for everybody, wealth or financial freedom, or freedom in the broader sense, it's something else for everybody, right?
Hmm.
For one, that is becoming a multi-millionaire, and for others, it might be wanting to find the best relationships possible around you. For others, that is being able to travel the world. I mean, it might be amazing, and you can have it on all levels. But everybody has their own dreams, and I feel that many of my clients have felt that they've met their dreams, and I think that's a big payout. That's such a big gift. Yeah.
I can see your big smile when you talk about when you see the results in others. I can relate to that feeling, seeing the success in others because they take action on what you can share with them or inspire them. That feeling is beautiful. And Feline, if someone is stuck right now and they want to break through, they want to thrive instead of survive, as you mentioned, if they want to heal, what is one thing that people who listen now can do to, yeah, to really thrive, to heal, to break through? What is one thing or one tip you can share to those who listens?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. I feel there are so many things. I just want to share them. I'd rather share them all. I let me check. I feel like maybe going into naming some books as tips or resources, but I also feel so what is one thing that you can do to start the road of, you know, global expansion and start it with self-healing? I think there are many tools out there that could really help you start this road. And it doesn't matter if you're going for multi-millions on your bank accounts, or if you're going for your relationships, or if you're going for a different type of freedom when it comes to traveling. I think for all of you, with all your different dreams, I think one beautiful tool that I still do, that I love, is something called The Work. It's a method created by Byron Katie. She has a couple of books written, and this is a method that really helps you kind of practice going inward, and also practice to repair relationships or emotions within towards others and your relationships with others. And you can do these worksheets, and you can find them for free on thework.com. And this is a tool that I love so much that I feel many people should know about. And you can even do it you can fill these worksheets in on money. Even if you feel you have limiting beliefs there, you could do that for sure.
Well, that's a great resource. And thanks for connecting it to the wealth niche, where we do most of our work. And as you mentioned, limiting beliefs can happen in so many areas of our life. And life is also so much more than just the money. The money is just a tool to achieve something else. As you mentioned, maybe traveling, or just have some experiences with people that are close to us. I have one last question, Feline, and that is, feel free to share a bit about how people can get in touch with you if they would like to know you more or work with you. Please share something about that. And if you have any final comments before we wrap this up, please add that as well. You've been sharing so much incredible value, and I hope for those who are listening that you can see anything is possible when we can reframe things, looking at the things that we go through as blessings and look for the learnings, the aha moments. And I found it so inspiring that you've been able to do this, Feline, despite all the challenges that you had, and now you're serving people at a higher level. So if someone wants to get to know you more, work with you, Feline, how can they get in touch with you?
Oh, thank you so much for saying that, Joachim. I love that. It's a gift. You are a gift too to me, I think people can find more of one type of course that we are currently offering, and we're offering it as a do-it-yourself 12-week course that you'll get a video and a workbook every week, and you'll get 3 bonus modules. So you'll have 15 weeks of material, and you can do that just, on your own, by yourself, in your own time, and really follow the unique method that I've created, and that the newest book will be about too. And that method is called the self-healing support method, or support system, really. And it will help you really root in your self-belief. We call that soul-rooted self-belief. It takes you through soul focus, and eliminating things that will make you lose focus, or help you kind of channel the energy for your purpose. It will help you create an offer or a life and a business really based and created around prioritizing your health and self-care. It will also help you build more leadership from within, soul-based leadership, I call that. And it will help you do more sales soulfully. And this course is called Soulful Business Creation Secrets, and you can find it at our website, www.felinebooming.com. I will share that with you to share with your audience, Joachim. But you can also go to soulfulbusinesscreation.com and you'll find it there too. Yeah, I think that's it for now.
And even if you're listening to this on audio, you should, I have to let you know the big smile Feline has when she talks about this program. So it's cool to see that passion, Feline. And thanks for coming on, sharing your story, your aha moments. And before we wrap this up, you got to join me on our catching move, where we raise our arm. We're gonna bring it down and we say catching. We do that when we have successes, especially when it comes to financial journey and your work as well, and limiting beliefs, tapping into alignment. It's so yeah, it's a big part of that journey of knowing that we are enough, we deserve to have the life that we crave for, that we decided. So would you join me, Feline, for a catching move?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do that together. We're gonna say catching as we bring the arm down. Okay. So let's go. Catching.
Ching.
Thanks, Feline. Take care.
Thank you.
And we'll talk soon.
Bye. Take care.
Please be aware, we are no financial advisors. We do not provide any advice. We only share our experience and our results are not typical. If we mention any stocks, funds and other type of investments, it is for educational and illustrational purposes only. Most people are unable to achieve similar results to ours. If you want to achieve similar results, you have to commit yourself to systemize, to learn and to stick to the rules.